Hello and welcome to Toylab, your source for solutions to many of the problems facing toy collectors. I'm Ronen Kauffman, and on this episode I'm going to show you one good way to tighten loose joints and hinges on your toys. Please keep in mind there are many ways to slice an orange, and I don't claim to have invented any of this stuff. Simply put, I'm showing you what works for me, and I hope that it works for you too. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr. Our username everywhere is Toylab Friends. Be sure to click the thumbs up button down below this video if you like what you see, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode of Toylab. And leave a comment if you have a question or just want to tell me something like the show stinks. Alright, let's tighten some floppy stuff. We're going to start by talking about my boy Apollyon here. Now, this was a hotly anticipated toy, and like many other hardcore collectors, I got in on an early pre-order. Then I waited and waited and waited, and then finally, after what seemed like an eternity, he showed up. But there were some serious QC issues, and one of them was that this guy's arm just would not stay posed like it does now. The designers of the toy chose a very shallow ball joint for the shoulder. It was such a problem that by the time Apollyon shipped, he came with a set of tighter replacement joints and a tiny screwdriver. I didn't want to do any surgery on an expensive and brand new item, so I chose a different route. I chose clear nail polish, applied to both the ball and socket of the joint. After this stuff dries and you reconnect the joint, it creates friction, allowing the joints to hold poses they couldn't do before. To demonstrate, I've got a Generation 1 Transformer slag here, and as you can see, he's got a case of the old floppy jaw. The jaw has two hinges on the sides with pins. Now on Apollyon, we were able to easily disassemble the shoulder parts and apply clear nail polish to them, but we can't disassemble this hinge, so instead I'm going to use the brush that comes with the nail polish to drop a tiny amount of nail polish in there, allowing it to find its way into the clearances between the pins and the settings. Use a very, very small amount. You don't want this stuff dripping all over your toys. If you're dealing with a pin situation like this, as opposed to a ball joint where the nail polish is more contained and less at risk of dripping around, make sure you've positioned the toy as best you can so as to minimize or avoid any small drips that do sneak out. And here we are after letting Slag's jaw dry, and as you can see, this jaw is now keeping its position no problem. It moves exactly where you want it to go, and if you were wondering, there is no visible residue or drips, anything to be seen where we applied the nail polish, and it holds its position quite nicely. So there you have it. Learn how to tighten joints and hinges using a small amount of clear nail polish. And that's it for this episode of Toylab. Be sure to find us on Instagram, Tumblr, and Facebook. Our username everywhere is Toylab Friends, and you can email us at toylabfriends@gmail.com. I'm Ronen Kauffman. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Toylab.